Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Piedmont Technical College. Please rise for the processional and remain standing for the national anthem and invocation. Thank you.
say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets wreathed clear, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Let us pray. God of glory, we come before you today, knowing that in your divine wisdom you spoke, and the beauties and the wonders and the intricacies of creation came into being. We gather to learn, to grow, to discern in our knowledge of what that creation looks like, in our relationship with one another. We ask your blessing upon these students and the faculty of this institution, that together they have grown in their understanding and wisdom. Be with this gathering as we celebrate the accomplishments of these students, in the precious and holy name of the God of all creation. Amen.
Please take your seats. Thank you, Reverend Kinsler. I want to thank Jane Herlong and the Emerald City Brass. It's a beautiful rendition of our national anthem. Graduates, family members, faculty, staff, distinguished guests, and friends, welcome. It's an honor to be here with you tonight to celebrate the accomplishments of these students, our past students, and future graduates tonight. It takes a lot of effort on behalf of a lot of people to get to the point to where we are tonight to be celebrating graduation. Piedmont Technical College was created by an act of the South Carolina General Assembly in the mid-1960s. We've been very fortunate to have very strong support of the South Carolina General Assembly, former governors. Tonight, in the second ceremony, we will have some, they're still in session in Columbia. We will have some members there with us. But the one thing I would like to ask all of you to do is, if you see your local representative or your Senate member, access to higher education and the financial ability to afford an education is absolutely critical. The lottery tuition assistance scholarship, the funds that the General Assembly provides to help offset part of the cost of operating a college, all come together to allow our college to be affordable and accessible. I've said many times, you can have the best higher education or best institution of education right across the street. If you can't get there, if you can't afford it, the value is greatly diminished, and it may not have any value to you if you can't get there. But for those individuals that are representing our 7 counties, we appreciate their service. Piedmont Technical College serves 7 counties in the Lakelands region. Abbeville County, we want to thank those area county council members. We don't have any folks here tonight with us from Abbeville County. Edgefield County, Greenwood County. From Lawrence, we have Miss Diane Anderson here. Miss Anderson, would you please stand up? She also represents our foundation board. Thank you for your service and your commitment and support of the college. From McCormick County, representing the county council, we have Mr. Henry Banks. Mr. Banks, thank you. Mr. Banks, I don't think you've missed a graduation since I've been here. Thank you for your support, sir. Newberry County, I don't believe we have anyone. From Saluda County, we have Mr. Justin Anderson. Would you please stand? Mr. Frank Daniels and Miss Sandra Padgett, the county administrator. Thank y'all. The foundation board, you can have an educational institution with the state funds you get that can be a good institution, but the margin of excellence for an institution goes to the funds that can be raised over and above what you normally have in order to provide outstanding educational programs. And this is sort of going to be a theme with me tonight as I speak to you. But I'd like to thank, from Greenwood County, Mr. John and Susan Thompson, who are here, was a foundation board member. Would y'all please stand up? From McCormick County, we have Miss Mamie Banks. Mamie, thank you for being here and thank you for everything you do. The Area Commission is the governing body of Piedmont Technical College. They're recommended by the General Assembly members from the districts they serve and approved by the governor. They're the folks, the policy setting body for the college. Tonight we have with us Miss Thelma Woody, who is the secretary. Would y'all all please remain standing till I introduce the group. She represents Abbeville County. You've already heard from Miss Jane Herlong. She is an Area Commission member, and she represents Edgefield County. Mr. Y.J. On, representing Greenwood County. Mr. Richard Kane, who is the vice chair of the commission, he represents Lawrence County. Miss Cherry Brown represents McCormick County. And Mr. George Pearsall, who is the chair, represents Newberry County. Thank each of you for your leadership at the college. Tonight is a very important event for everyone, but we have a group of students I'm going to speak about in a moment from McCormick County that have achieved just what some would think is unachievable. And we have a large delegation here to support them tonight. We have Miss Vertima Childs representing the McCormick County School Board. And y'all will please stand and please remain standing till I introduce the group. Miss Christina Lee, Miss Heather McNally, and Mr. Bernard Moss. I don't think could be with us tonight, but they're on the McCormick County School Board, and we appreciate the relationship with the county school system, and thank you all for being here tonight. Miss Betty Bagley is the interim superintendent in McCormick County, and Miss Bagley is here with us tonight. Betty, thank you for being here and everything you do in McCormick County. We have had a wonderful relationship with the McCormick County High School since I've been here at Piedmont Technical College. And we have tonight with us Mr. Steve English, the principal, Mr. Ricky Sally White, the assistant principal, Miss Gina Weidman, the women's basketball coach, and Miss Valerie Yarborough Jones, the middle college coach. And we thank each of you for being here and what you do with your students each and every day. A college is a building. What makes it happen are the people. And here at Piedmont Technical College, we are very fortunate to have a wonderful group of dedicated individuals. You would not be here tonight were it not for the faculty that have worked with you literally since your first time that you came to Piedmont Technical College. And this time I'd like the faculty to stand and be recognized and express my appreciation to each of you for what you do each and every day for our students and our community. Thank you. Also the staff. There's a lot of things that have to be done. And I see Mr. Charles Jennings, the chairman of the McCormick County Council, come in just on time, Mr. Jennings. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. Also, I'd like to thank the staff of Piedmont Technical College that are here from the time students first enroll until as they move through their educational experience and get here to where we are tonight, that are there and work with them and are dedicated to ensuring that we reach the finish line. So all the staff members that are here with us tonight, would you please stand to be recognized? Let's thank you. Normally, I don't say a lot past this point, but there's several things I want to talk about briefly tonight. In my remarks, I was sharing with Mr. Pearsall earlier. It says, "Good evening, everyone," yada, yada, yada. And he said, "You're not going to say that, are you?" And I said, "No, I'm not going to say it, so I'm not going to say it." I want to talk about several things. Recently, the Air Commission of Piedmont Technical College passed a policy. It said this is a guarantee. For years, our university transfer students in Associate Arts and Associate of Science have been assured by the South Carolina Commission on Higher Education that their coursework would transfer to South Carolina colleges and universities throughout the state. Starting today, passed last month, recently approved by the Piedmont Technical College Air Commission, we become the first college in the state to make a commitment to our technical program graduates through a new job ready guarantee. This guarantee is our promise and commitment to you that as a Piedmont Tech graduate, you can be assured that you are entering the workforce with a skill set to succeed in your chosen career. And if you find that you don't have the necessary training to perform the job that you've been trained for within a year, we will retrain you at no cost to you or your employer. The college feels so strongly about this that our programs, our faculty, our resources we have, the dedication the college has to success, that we can make this commitment to provide you with an affordable, accessible, quality education. Tonight, each of you, as you cross the stage, or as you cross the stage, receive a warranty card. Looks like this. These are brand new. I think it makes a big commitment to you that we're going to stand behind you. We've got your back. And we hope that this initiative serves to strengthen your pride in your educational accomplishments, what you have been able to do here at Piedmont Technical College, and of your college, and that you show your Piedmont pride. I want to thank the Air Commission for passing this policy. I'd like to give you a round of applause for doing that. That's a first. Another first we have here tonight, it's actually not a first, but we have 17 high school students that are graduating, 16 from McCormick County, one that was homeschooled, with an Associate of Arts degree from Piedmont Technical College tonight. Yes, I said high school students. They have not yet graduated from high school. Many of them will graduate either later this month or early in June, depending on when their high school graduation exercise is. 16 of this group, as I said, are from the McCormick Middle College. This represents nearly half of the total graduating class of McCormick County, a senior class of McCormick County. And if I think about the commitment of these students, the school district, there's a McCormick County transit bus that pulls up, I don't know how many times a day, but I see it pull up. Students will embark, they come to class, they get back on the bus, they go back to McCormick County, finish up their high school requirements. And that's significant. I want to congratulate those students. I would ask those 17 to stand up. I would like to ask the McCormick County School District Board, the school personnel, and Miss Valerie Arbor Jones especially to stand up. One of our speakers tonight is one of that group. Congratulations. What you have achieved is remarkable. It is outstanding. And let me tell you why. Half the people that graduate from school have no idea what they want to do or if they want to go to college or what they plan to do afterwards. They're so focused on just getting finished with high school and then figuring out what they want to do. There's a lot of things you could have been doing in your spare time other than studying and writing papers and doing all those things, but you all did what you needed to do to cross the finish line. And let me tell you, all 16 of McCormick County students have already been accepted. Is that not right, Valerie? Have already been accepted to four-year colleges. That's awesome. It's just absolutely awesome. In addition to those 17, there are 80 other high school students, and I want to repeat, high school students, in our 7-county area that will be completing various certificates, workforce certificates, in the next month or early this summer and receiving a certificate, and they will be job ready. While we celebrate all these accomplishments tonight, not only of these students, but each and every one of you that came to Piedmont Tech to further your education, I was thinking here a while back about all the reasons why people come up, including myself, not to do something. But successful people always come up with another answer: yes, I can. Whatever the obstacle is, yes, I can. And part of that is planning for the future. While we celebrate your achievements tonight, the college is planning for the future. Today, we stand on the shoulders of all those that came before us, set up Piedmont Technical College, got it established, built buildings, done all the things that needed to be done. And we continue the work. How many of you noticed what's going on across the street when you drove up? A lot of dust, a lot of construction equipment. I was over there yesterday afternoon walking around. 5 dozers, about the size of D6s, 5 pans, various grading machines, excavators, all kind of work going on, moving dirt. What we're doing is building for the future. We're building the William H. Senator Billy Odell Upstate Center for Manufacturing Excellence. Just as the facilities we use today, the center we're building is a result of the work and support of many people, groups, and organizations. I want to thank the citizens of Greenwood County for passing the local option sales tax. I want to thank the Greenwood County Council for their leadership and vision in supporting our vision at the college of making this center a reality. Our state Senate and House representatives were able to get money put into the budget not only for construction, but to properly equip the building so that it will be a state-of-the-art facility. We hope about fall, early to late fall of next year, it'll be complete, it'll be equipped, and we will be having an open house, and we invite everyone here to please come out and look at it. We want to thank the United States Department of Economic Development Administration for providing partial funding, the Piedmont Technical College Area Commission for the vision to build it, the foundation, Piedmont Technical College Foundation, and supporters for helping support both the construction and the equipping, the Greenwood Partnership Alliance, the Greenwood Chamber of Commerce, and many individuals who shared their treasures and mostly their influence in bringing this project to fruition. I've been here for 11 years. We've been working on this project, trying to get it out of the ground since before I came here. Lex Walter started it, and we're going to finish it. I told him when he retired, we're going to finish this building. Lex passed away a few years ago, but we are going to finish this building. However, even with the funds in hand and the approvals in place and the plans developed, we didn't have a place to build it. Can't build a building in thin air. I don't know that all of you knew Miss Elizabeth and Mr. Edward Moss. They own the farm that building has been built on. Over 100 acres across the street. Last night, as I said a few minutes earlier, I was over there walking around. Edward worked, but he was mainly a farmer. He enjoyed farming. Lib was his very supportive wife. Both of them are passed away now. They left this land, which had been in their family for generations. Edward had farmed it. He provided food and substance for their family and friends, and now through their vision, it will continue to provide another type of substance, training for good careers, training for good jobs. It will serve as a magnet for recruiting businesses to our community. I believe an individual's greatest possession is their dignity, and no calling bestows this more abundantly than farming. Edward and Elizabeth were very humble people. They were very giving people and very generous people, and we owe them, and future generations owe them, a debt of gratitude for their vision in Piedmont Technical College and the vision and future of our communities they serve. And we want to thank them, or I want to thank them, and I know they're both watching over us, and we just want to make sure we give proper appreciation to the gift they gave this college. I welcome you tonight. I'm sorry I went a little long, but I wanted to talk about those three things because I think they're extremely important. Each of you are going to provide many years of career work in these areas, making our area stronger. This college will continue to be here to support you. These new facilities will be here to support it, and we think the future is extremely bright for our communities. Thank you for being here tonight. Now we're going to get on with the ceremony.
Talacia is a dual-enrolled student, as Dr. Brooks mentioned earlier, from McCormick High School, where she has been a longtime member of the National Honor Society, Girl Scouts, the Math. Speaking after Latacia will be Amy Lorick. Some days, Amy said that she felt like it was taking too long to get her degree. While working multiple jobs and caring for a husband and an active toddler, the Saluda resident pursued her associate degree in nursing, course by course, over the years. Yet it seemed it would never happen until the 23-year-old turned to her faith for extra resolve. Amy knew nursing was her calling. She already helped patients at Self Regional Healthcare as a patient care technician and later as a nurse extern. That tenacity paid off. Today she goes home with the ADN, and I just learned today that she has accepted a job in labor and delivery nursing. So please join me in welcoming your speakers this afternoon, Talacia Cresswell and Amy Lorick.
Greetings, Dr. Brooks, Area Commission, faculty, and staff of Piedmont Technical College, and my fellow 2019 graduates. It is indeed my pleasure to stand before you today and represent this wonderful graduating class. We can now see the fruit of our labor as students here at Piedmont Tech. I know our path here was not easy, but through determination and hard work, we are now ready to graduate and move on to the next phase of our lives. I'm here today to share with you my journey at Piedmont Tech. It was during my 7th and 8th grade years at McCormick Middle School that I became aware of the Middle College program. Through Piedmont Tech, my oldest brother, Tishawn Cresswell, was a student in a dual enrollment program at McCormick High School. Even though he didn't graduate with an associate's degree, I witnessed him going from a freshman in 2015 at Atlanta University to a junior in 2016. Yes, Atlanta University accepted him as a freshman in 2015, and they accepted all of his transfer hours from Piedmont Tech to help him become a junior the next year. This is when I realized that I wanted to follow in his footsteps. My time came at the end of my sophomore year when I applied to Piedmont Tech. When I realized that I had scored so well on the placement test, I knew that I had what it takes to become a college student. In fact, I thought that the middle college program would be a breeze for me. After all, I had always done so well in high school, and many in my community thought that I would go to the governor's school for my 11th and 12th grade year. Instead, I decided to stay at McCormick High School and enroll at Piedmont Tech. It was the better choice for me. My classmates and I, who were selected for the middle college program, were so excited at the thought of being a junior in high school and a freshman in college at the same time. In June of 2017, we began our first classes at Piedmont Tech. Our excitement quickly turned to fear when we realized what was expected of us and that we were responsible for everything. We soon realized that there would be no one standing over us to remind us to do our work. We went from completing our assignments during our classes at high school to completing most of our coursework for Piedmont Tech at home and online. It was now our responsibility to keep up with all of the different assignments and deadlines. I can remember one particular class project we had in our very first math class. About half of my classmates came together at my house to work on the project. We were lost, but we worked together as a team to complete the project. Despite our initial confusion, we all made A's on the project. There were many nights that I didn't get any sleep because I knew I had to finish my work in a timely manner. Yes, I am a procrastinator, but I seem to do my best work under pressure. I can say that earning an A in high school is a whole lot easier than earning an A at Piedmont Tech. Once I completed my first 2 classes at PTC that summer, I had an idea of what was expected of me and how I needed to plan my time for all of my classes. Being a dual enrollment student has not been an easy task, but I am proud to say that I am graduating today with a 4.0 grade point average. I would like to take this time to thank our middle college coach, Ms. Yarborough Jones, our principal, Mr. Stephen English, the McCormick PTC staff, and our wonderful professors at Piedmont Tech. Thank you all for being patient with us and staying on us to make sure we were doing what we needed to do. If it weren't for you all, we would not be here today about to receive our associate's degree before we graduate from high school. I will forever remember my great journey here at Piedmont Tech. You will forever have a special place in my heart because you have given us the tools we need to further our education and careers. I also would like to thank my mother, Sojourner Jennings, for everything she's done to get me here today. She encouraged me to do the middle college program and showed me that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I'd also like to say sorry to my mom and brother, but I will not be following you to Lander. I must go to the orange and purple. In closing, I would like to leave you with this poem as you graduate. The highest goal has not yet been achieved. The greatest idea has not been conceived. The loftiest honor has not been received. The laurels are yours for the winning. The sweetest melody hasn't been sung. The swiftest race has yet to be run. The noblest victory hasn't been won. Make this your bright beginning. Congratulations to all my fellow graduates. I wish you nothing but the best in your future endeavors. Thank you. And I have one more thing to say. To my classmates, y'all have got on my last nerves these last 2 years, but I love y'all and I wouldn't trade y'all for the world.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Amy Lorick, and I'm from Saluda. I'm overjoyed to be graduating today with my associate's degree in nursing. I'm honored to have been chosen to speak at our graduation. I honestly didn't want to accept because I was afraid I would ruin the speech. You see, I can get a bit emotional and stumble over my words, but my classmate reminded me of the following words from the book of Exodus, verses 4:10 through 11. Moses said to the Lord, "Pardon your servant, Lord. I have never been eloquent, neither in the past nor since you have spoken to your servant. I am slow of speech and tongue." The Lord said to him, "Who gave human beings their mouth? Who makes them deaf or mute? Who gives them sight or makes them blind? Is it not I, the Lord?" So with that being said, I want to thank you for this opportunity. I remember growing up, I always wanted to be a teacher or a nurse. In 11th grade, I had an epiphany. I was sitting in Mr. Johnson's biology class at Saluda High School, and we were talking about fetal development. I remember feeling so astonished at how something as small as a poppy seed was designed to develop into someone. I was overwhelmed with the feeling of gratitude and amazement, and I thought, wow, our God is so mighty. He knits us inside our mother's womb. I knew that day that I wanted to be reminded of this miracle every day. So I found myself at Piedmont Technical College pursuing my nursing dream. It wasn't an easy road to walk down. Initially, I felt embarrassed to be part of Piedmont Tech. Most of my friends were on their way to a four-year college after high school, and I felt like it was taking me far too long to get to where I wanted to be. I had to take the TEAS test more than once just to be able to apply to the nursing program. When I took the TEAS test the first time, I felt so excited because I just knew I was one step closer to becoming successful. When I submitted the test and received my results, I started to look around the room. They had clearly given me someone else's grade. I was so upset that I had failed the test, I cried all the way home, completely forgetting that I had to stop and get gas. So about 3 miles before I was home, I found myself stuck on the side of the road, pregnant and feeling like the biggest failure. From that day on, I took the failure identity. I felt like if I didn't get into the nursing program, I would never amount to anything in life. The whole time, I had family, coworkers, and friends encouraging me not to give up or to just change my major. Some said, do something easier, but there wasn't anything else that I wanted to do. You see, I felt like I was made to be a nurse. My problem was that I knew God's promises, I just wasn't trusting in them. In Jeremiah 29:11, it says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." When I finally started to understand these promises, I stopped having the I'm a failure attitude and put on the new identity of a victor. I have come to realize that Piedmont Technical College has been a blessing for me. I have made many new friends. I've had the pleasure of serving as a presidential ambassador, and I will receive this degree with no doubt. Most importantly, I have been shaped with every passing semester into the nurse I aspired to be. I know that in this career path, I know that with this career path, one never stops learning, but I'm confident that I've been well prepared by you guys. And by the clinical experience and the opportunity of working as an extern at South Regional. It's been far from easy. I've had my meltdowns. Going now. But after drying my eyes, I took a moment to recall why I wanted to pursue this career. When I look back, I can clearly see that I am no longer that same pregnant girl sitting on the side of the road with the failure mentality. I am now a graduate of Piedmont Technical College nursing program, and so much more. I've recently accepted a position on the labor and delivery floor at South Regional. My dream has come true. Thank you, family. For praying for me, motivating me with your words, babysitting for me, and now allowing me to give up. Thank you, classmates, for your encouragement and for understanding the struggle. You have become my second family. I would never have made it here without God, all the teachers I've ever had, from kindergarten to the amazing instructors at Piedmont Tech. Thank you for the scholarships and the support. I want to remind you all that you all have an identity given to you by God, but you could be denying it and wearing the wrong one. All of us were made to be successful. Just remember to seek God first and His righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2019. Thank you.
Presidential medallions are presented during graduation exercises to persons who have distinguished themselves in service to Piedmont Technical College. Recipients include Piedmont's Area Commission and Foundation board members, citizens in our 7 county service area communities, faculty, and staff. Mrs. Jackie Mathis. A Greenwood native, Jackie Mathis not only is a Piedmont Tech alumna, but also one of its longest-serving employees. For more than 25 years, she has worked at PTC, first in college communications, then enrollment and communications, and now in marketing public relations. She holds 2 associate degrees from PTC, so sharing the good news about the college is both a mission and a pleasure. Never one to toot her own horn, the soft-spoken Mathis prefers to work quietly behind the scenes so that deserving programs and individuals may shine in the spotlight. Mathis enjoys helping on college committees and at her church, Beulah Baptist Church in Greenwood. She's the mother of 2 daughters and 3 grandchildren. Ms. Jackie Mathis. Ms. Lynn Slater. Lynn Slater is a former small business owner and an experienced administrator who worked in the banking industry for several years. She came to PTC in 2011, and in addition to serving as an executive assistant in academic affairs, she also works on several important college committees. She's a 2-time winner of the SCTEA Staff Employment of the Year Award, and she holds an administrative professional expert certification from the Professional Business Institute, and she's a member of the International Association of Administrative Professionals. She's a busy mother of 5, and she enjoys spending time with her family, including 2 grandchildren. Ms. Lynn Slater. Ms. Cammie Westall, a native of Asheville, North Carolina, history instructor Cammie Westall earned her bachelor's in political science and French from Presbyterian College. She came to Piedmont in 2008 after receiving her master's in history from the University of Alabama. With wit and energy, she engages her students through unique projects, interviews, games, and new technologies. She's a former adjunct instructor herself, and she mentors adjuncts and others on faculty. Her contributions to the college include hundreds of hours of volunteering with events and recruitment, and she's very active in developing open educational resources. She assists with an elementary after-school program every week as well. Ms. Cammie Westall.
This part of the ceremony allows us an opportunity to recognize those students who have excelled academically in their majors. In your program, you will notice that the names of some students are marked by stars. This indicates honor status. These students are wearing gold tassels. A single star indicates that a student is graduating with a grade point average between 3.5 and 3.74 on a 4.0 scale. Will all graduates with 1 star please stand and be recognized? Thank you. A double star indicates that a student is graduating with a 3.75 to 3.99 grade point average. Will these students please stand? Thank you. A triple star indicates that a student is graduating with a perfect 4.0. That means these students have successfully completed every course taken with a grade of A. Will these students please stand? Congratulations. The college is also proud to sponsor several honor societies, and the members of those organizations will be recognized at this time. Will the members of Lambda Chi Nu and their faculty advisors please stand? Wearing garnet stoles, these students are members of Lambda Chi Nu, the National Nursing Honor Society, which recognizes academic and clinical excellence. Let's give them a hand. Will members of Mu Alpha Theta and their advisors please stand? These students wearing light blue and gold cords are members of Mu Alpha Theta, the National Mathematics Honor Society, which recognizes academic excellence in mathematics. Let's give them a hand. Will members of Phi Theta Kappa and their advisors please stand? You will see these students are wearing gold stoles. These students are members of Phi Theta Kappa, a National Honor Society for associate degree students. A cumulative grade point average of 3.5 is required for membership. Congratulations. At this time, I'd like to ask our presidential ambassadors to please stand. These students exemplify loyalty and service to Piedmont Technical College, chosen for their academic achievement, leadership skills, and a willingness to give back to the college. Presidential ambassadors represent the college and our president, Dr. Brooks, at various events, and we thank them for all they do. I also understand that we have several veterans graduating today. Will these students please stand? Thank you for your service. At this time, I'd like to ask all county award winners to please come forward. Each year, the Piedmont Technical College Area Commission presents awards to students from each county who have earned the highest grade point average on a cumulative basis in an associate degree or diploma program. These students have demonstrated outstanding excellence, and we congratulate them for their accomplishment. Members of our area commission will be presenting these awards. First, I'd like to ask Richard Kane, the commissioner from Lawrence County, to come forward to present our first award. The first recipient is an associate in arts major, Caitlin Owens. Thank you, Mr. Kane. Next, would Cherry Brown, the commissioner from McCormick County, please come forward? The next recipient is also an associate in arts major, Talasha Creswell. Thank you, Ms. Brown. Next, would George Pearsall, the commissioner from Newberry County, please come forward? The next recipient is an associate in science major, Judith Caldwell. The final recipient is an associate in science major from Saluda County, Adam Matthews. Thank you, Mr. Pearsall. Let's have a round of applause for all our county award winners.
Graduates, this is an exciting time for you. You've worked hard, you've been recognized, some of you already. Now we're about to recognize all of you. So with your friends and family and loved ones present, this is an exciting time. On behalf of the faculty and staff of the college, congratulations on your accomplishments, and we feel privileged to have been a small part in what will be, we hope and trust, a continuing and very successful journey for you. It's now time to recognize the candidates for certificates, diplomas, and degrees. As the graduates are recognized, I would like to ask members of the audience to please hold your applause until after all graduates have received their awards. Dr. Brooks, Mr. Pearsall, members of the Area Commission, honored guests, and members of the audience. Upon the recommendation of the faculty, it's my privilege and honor to present to you the candidates for certificates, diplomas, and degrees for the May 2019 graduating class of Piedmont Technical College. Assisting Dr. Brooks and Mr. Pearsall will be the deans of the divisions. Dr. Brad Griggs, Dean of Arts and Sciences, will assist first. Presenting the graduates will be Mr. David Rosenbaum, Associate Dean of Students. Will the graduates please come forward?
Receiving an Associate in Arts degree, Astacia Anaya Adams. Jemiah Wadesha Lachey Blair Payton. Caitlin Victoria Blakes. Kirsten Noel Bledsoe. Nicole Alexandria Blount. Darius Bryant. Silas DeAndre Kennedy. Mylonette Guile Charias. Tilacia Clara Cresswell. Sherman Andrew Culbertson. Takima Monet Davis. Elizabeth H. Fields. Ambra Lacaria Fuller. Deshauna Lanika Gilliard. Lucinda Elizabeth Glassburn. Tiffany L. Goodman. Caleb Evan Griffith. Jaleisha Alexis Hardy. Kirsten Taylor Huntsberger. Donzel Brycel Jenkins. Talinda Jane Kaiser. Rebecca Adeline Lucci. James Jordan Mather. Caitlin Elizabeth Owens. Rodarius Deontay Seibert. Nicole Elizabeth Simpson. Addie Gail Willis. Receiving an Associate in Science degree, Adam Dakota Matthews. James Cody Schumpert. Luis Villatoro. Sandra Ann Williams. Receiving an Associate in Arts and Associate in Science degree, Judith Cade Caldwell. Brianne Nicole Henson. Now congratulating graduates from the Healthcare Division is Tara Gauntz, Dean of that division. Madison Brooke Byler. Margaret Ryan Bentley. Brianna Michelle Boland. Takesha Marie L. Cannon. Lisa A. Daniels. Amber Lynn Darity. Sarah Elizabeth Davis. Diana Diaz Flores. Eileen Ginyard. Brittany S. Heron. Emily Nicole Hollingsworth. Linda Amy Lorick. Courtney Meese. Whitney Diane Moore. Caitlin Renee Owen. Seth Peepgrass. Nancy A. Ramsey. Kimberly M. Shaver. Jamie L. Walden. Pasharner Pia Worthen. Chandricia Janae Watts. Donna Whitmire. Latricia Monique Wright. Now receiving an Associate in Applied Science, major in Occupational Therapy, Amanda Jean Barrow. Alyssa Christine Beam. Braden Thomas Cole Gibbs. Tara Nicole Greason. Chelsea Nicole Hendricks. Brianna Milligan. Allison Odom. Jeremy Logan Simmons. Chelsea Wren Smith. Jasmine Naisha Williams. Lavisha Yarborough Wall. Receiving an Associate in Applied Science, major in General Technology, medical assisting concentration, Kimberly F. Smith. Major in General Technology, patient care technician concentration, Geneva M. Lindler. Major in Veterinary Technology, Amanda Jennings Addy. Bria Christine Inneking. Hope Ivanitz. Leanne Fisher. Lauren Gallman. Harper Thomas Graham. Alexis Brooke Hallman. Brittany Jones. Mandy Elaine Kynard. Stephanie Lynn Kaiser. Thomas Mitchell. Dana Ruby Morris. Darby L. Shepard. Kristen V. Walker.
All the graduates, please stand. Please join me in congratulating the graduates of May 2019 graduating class. Thank you. Good luck, graduates. Audience members, we ask that you stay in your place and in your seat until the recessional has ended. Thank you.
Piedmont Tech has grown close to the heart of these students and certainly to the faculty. And as a good heart, it takes the blood in and then it sends it out oxygenated and empowered to enrich the body. And so these students are being sent out to enrich our area and our world. So go forth, empowered by the key to success: knowledge, determination, and encouragement and enthusiasm. Go forth, supported by your family, your friends, your faculty. Amen.